Oh, DB, let them know who we have here of this iconic status.
All right,
God bless.
He's been here several times. I mean, we love every time he comes by, and like you said, he's always honest, and he always tells the truth no matter what it is, if it's a sad or a good story. But the influence that he's had on when you hear Peele talk about like the movies that he's watching and that he's going to be showing this week, I understand that because I grew up watching your films. I grew up influenced by your films, inspired by your films.
Thank
you and Corey Haim, like you
God
guys,
bless
you have to understand to be there, like how big these guys were, and so to be able to sit here more than once to be able to talk to you, and I mean, you're so nice. You sign everything that I put in front of you. I mean, like look at this stuff. I have like tons of movies and everything. Like he always just like
prefacing, right? He's like, I know if I say this real nice, he's gonna go do everything I tell him.
No. I actually
No, that's exactly what it is.
No.
Truth be told,
look at this. Look, you cannot not sign a guy who got your tattoo. He tattooed you on his arm.
Well, no. Hold on.
Okay.
He tattooed the movie.
Okay.
In all fairness. Now, if he had a big old dripping picture of Corey Feldman or Edgar Frog even on his arm, now I'd be like, okay, now I got to sign your arm.
Right.
Okay.
But I have done that, by the way.
Sign
you
someone.
would be amazed how many people come to me and say, Can you sign my arm, or can you sign my leg, or can you sign my whatever? Some girls say, can you sign my boob? And they want to tattoo it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
To me, that it's an honor, but it's also a little peculiar.
Well,
I mean, it's peculiar they put my face on their arm, but especially if you put,
she put her face on her boob.
No, there's guys. There's guys who have literally my face on their leg.
What part of the leg, Corey?
I don't know.
the meaty part.
I try not to look at this shit, but it's more like take
Which
a picture,
way? Which way is your face?
Send it to me.
Dang.
Stop it.
Okay, all right, my bad, man.
We ain't going there.
Really quickly though, because we didn't even get to introduce him, Corey Feldman is here. He's
Corey
back on
Feldman.
Sway in the morning.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hey, but he's not alone. He's not alone.
But I was listening to that interview with Peele. On Seth Meyers. And he talked about how you have like memorabilia, right? He was talking about you showed him like your memorabilia collection. I thought that was really cool that you do have some really dope stuff. So I wanted to give you a gift because you've given me the gift of inspiring me through your film for so long.
You giving him a gift?
And
That's cool.
So I hope happiness.
It's the doubloon.
I hope
the
happiness
gift?
is your treasure,
Thank
my
you.
friend.
Describe the
so
gift,
much.
DB.
It's the doubloon.
I will add this with pride to the collection.
And the map is in there
Thank
too.
you.
So it's
very
the doubloon
nice.
and the map
Very
from the
nice.
Goonies.
Thank you so
hope
much.
you always find your way.
The what?
I got a replica of the other piece, the one that you look through to line up the rocks and all that. So we put it in for the booby trap, and then Key's hand got locked. By the way, Key Hui Kwan, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
come on.
God bless him. God
Back in
bless
the
him.
game.
So proud.
Yeah.
So proud of my brother.
Yeah, just got a Golden Globe.
Just got the Golden Globe.
Yeah.
Golden Globe for Anything, Anywhere, All at Once. Everything, Anywhere.
Everywhere,
Gentlemen,
Everything, Everywhere.
Can somebody
Everything,
introduce
everywhere,
the
all
other
at
guests in the room, please?
His
Oh,
lovely
yeah.
wife,
That's
Corey.
right.
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on now. She gets all the love.
Oh, thank you guys so much for having me. It's so good to be back here.
Yes, it's good to see you. You do not age either. What do you
Thank you? I drink lots of celery juice. That's my secret.
Yeah,
No, really?
That's the
Yeah.
real vampire stuff
you guys
right
gotta
there.
try it. It's
Celery
so good.
juice. That is
Yeah.
the answer. It
From
is
the
the
medical
magical
medium.
recipe. So everybody always says to me, everybody said to me, "How do you not age? You don't ever look any different." And I'll test it. I'll put up a picture from like 1990s, and I'll put up a picture now, and I'll be like, "Guess which one was more recent?" And you'd be surprised how many people get it wrong. But that said, they're always like, what's your secret? Well, here it is. Vegetarian, no alcohol, no hard drugs, no cigarettes. And if you can refrain from those things, you're going to beat the process. You're going to beat the process because cigarettes age you. Caffeine ages you.
Sugar.
Alcohol kills your liver.
Vinegar
and meat
ages
is
you,
terrible
too.
for your blood. It creates an acidic environment, and that's what the leading cause of heart attacks and high blood pressure and all of those types of things all come from eating meat. And people don't realize that. But it's that fat. It clogs you up. It blocks your arteries. So anyway, to reverse it, here's the flip side. To reverse it, you do what my lady does, and you live a holistic life. So I'm not as ritual as she is, but she's about celery juice every single day. It cleans out the liver. It's like a magic potion. And
Oh yeah, I do
Go
a
ahead.
liter of celery juice every morning on an empty stomach. 20
16
minutes
ounces
before
is what the
breakfast.
required. Yeah.
So 2 giant bunches of celery go through the juicer, and then you just drink that straight. Don't add anything to it because it messes up the medicine. And it is medicine. It's not a meal replacement, but it's like a precursor to breakfast. So it's going to clean out your liver. It's going to clean out all the gunk that's inside your body, and then also get your body
And it gets
some
things moving, shall we
armor
say.
against toxins and poisons and pathogens like the virus and everything. So.
Do you have a course, or do you teach people this? Or you know?
She's actually getting her degree right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and being a health coach, administrator.
Yeah,
What's your Instagram?
My Instagram's Courtney Feldman 89, and a lot of the stuff that I do, like I graduated from Institute for Integrative Nutrition, which is in New York City, but a lot of my work is in alignment with the medical medium, and he's written.
Do you know who that is, medical medium?
Yeah,
Tell
His
me.
name is Anthony.
Anthony
Okay,
Williams.
he's a friend of ours, and he's got millions of followers. Millions of people swear by testimonies and after testimony of the work that he does. And you know what? It just makes sense, because what he says is, look, God provides the answers. God, you don't need medicine, you need God.
Yeah.
Right? So the fruit of earth, the natural vegetables, the natural fruits, the thing that come from the earth, those are the things that are going to protect us the best. Let's use our common sense. Let's use our brains.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's magic in the food that we eat that comes from the earth, and that's why he grew it for us to nutrition with.
So let me say this, Courtney. Heather B is actually online, but she's at home in New Jersey. Heather, say hi to Courtney.
Hi,
Hey,
Heather.
Courtney, how are you?
Okay.
Hey, what's up? I'm good. How are you?
Good to hear y'all's voice.
Tell her why you home right now, HB.
Because it's easier to work from home. Sway, why you telling people why?
Why you calling me out, yo?
She's struggling?
Yeah, she's
She's
coughing
struggling.
right now.
Okay, okay.
She's been hacking up the.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Heather. You know what? Medical medium, if you Google medical medium cold and flu, he's got a cold and flu kit, and you can research and pick up certain supplements for yourself so you can get yourself better. There's a healing broth recipe. There's the celery juice recipe. It's all in that information package.
And let me give you guys one more thing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but this is important. So we got COVID 3 times.
Okay.
Okay. Each time, there's no joke, following this regimen, the medical medium regimen for COVID, for antivirus, we literally only had it for 3 days each time. 3 days.
Wow.
Literally.
And,
Okay.
and like literally from positive to negative on the testing within 3 days. So what that regimen looks like is the celery juice. I was doing it with her, every day. But also we were doing the heavy metal detox smoothie, which gets all these heavy metals out of your brain and get your brain ticking and working
All
faster.
the mercury, all the aluminum,
All the
everything we were
poison.
exposed to, it like binds onto it and delivers it out of the body in a really healthy way. So it's not like upsetting the balance.
So there's that, but then we did this thing called zinc shock therapy, where you take this really pure form of zinc, it's a liquid, and you put it in the back of your throat and you hold it there for like 60 seconds. And if you do any research, by the way, there's all this controversy over, all the medical world right now and the vaccines and all this stuff, but here's the real deal. If you look at every hospital, what they were giving people that were in there, besides the drugs, everybody was getting B12. Everybody was getting zinc. Those are key factors. So you want the purest form possible. And if you get the purest form possible, which is a company called Vimergy, that's what she gets, the pure stuff. And we put it on the back of our throat. We hold it there for 60 seconds. You do that twice a day. You got to eat, though, because it will make you a little nauseous.
Okay.
And then vitamin C, you get the purest form of vitamin C. You turn that into
We are
like
not
a...
sponsored by this company, by
Right.
the way.
No,
This
nothing
is
like that.
purely
Don't get no money?
like-
No.
Okay, good.
I
This
pay
is
full
just-
price
this
for
is
those
just
vitamins.
preaching
Yes.
the gospel.
Yes.
That's
Okay,
it.
okay.
But anyway, so we get this this vitamin C straight C. It's like the super potent vitamin C.
Micro
And
C, yes.
It's called micro C, yeah. And you put it with like some orange juice and you make it warm and you drink that straight down. And then the B12, you get a liquid B12 and you do like 2 shots of that 2 times a day.
Okay.
And you do that regimen, 3 days is
That's it.
what
You-
we would.
you-
Everybody
You look like
would-
Courtney.
Everybody, well,
Yeah. Big
but
dude.
3 days you feel better.
Okay.
If you
okay.
have COVID, if you have some, really strong disease that is, a virus that's not gonna stay with you forever.
Corey Feldman always dropping gems when he comes here. I mean, he could be promoting right now, Heather. He could be saying anything. He could be, we could be going back.
I want to help save lives.
There
man.
you go, man.
Listen, it's about saving spirit, saving emotion, saving our health. And keeping ourselves going, right? Because God knows you got a lot of beautiful fans out there that don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know. You see the commercials, you see all these mixed messages, but every time you turn on TV, what do you see? Fast food, you see booze, you see all this junk for you that's killing you. Nobody's talking about this. This is what they should be talking about.
Absolutely.
When you turn on, Super Bowl, why
People
don't we
are
see
dropping like
commercials for
flies. We gotta
celery?
protect
Yeah.
ourselves,
Right?
right? Yeah.
Celery juice.
Celery juice.
Celery juice. All right, but we're also here to celebrate with DB
Okay,
and I.
my
with
career.
Your
Okay,
career.
okay,
your career.
all right,
Your
all right.
iconic career, man.
Thank you. Okay,
Come
let's
on,
talk
man.
about
What
that.
does it feel like for you? We DB was commenting on it, and I was commenting on like you have a lot of great. You obviously come from an iconic background, and then you've had some ups and downs and how you were received by the industry and by media. Yeah, man. And you came out. You've come on this show and talked about being an ambassador to protect kids and away from pedophilia and the industry, so on and so forth. People thought, wow, this dude is way off track. What is he talking about? And then we just see recent court cases and recent convictions of major figures in Hollywood for such acts. And now we see you and you have Jordan Peele singing your praise.
Nice. It's nice.
How it feel, man?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Well, first of all, I'll be honest with you. Right before I put out that documentary, which was the last time I was here, I was scared. I was very scared. I didn't know what was going to happen. I had death threats constantly. I was being attacked from all sides. They hacked my film. They stole my voice. They stole my film. They stole everything. They pirated it. I spent $1.3 million just on the insurance for that film, and they took every penny of that money, every penny that came in, except for I got like a little bit back before they froze it. So they stole it, they froze it, they hacked it, they took the stream in real time, and not one reporter talked about it the next day. Very odd. But anyway, so I had to make a choice. I left it up for a year because I wanted to make sure the people that paid for it got a chance to see it. So I kept it up so people could see it. But once that year was over, I said, you know what? I don't need this anymore. Not because I don't want to help. I do want to help. But I also don't want to lose my life, because if I lose my life, I can't be much good.
Yeah.
So the whole idea was, look, I promised I would get the truth out. I got the truth out. Take it for what it is. And that's it. I didn't ever say, hey, I'm here to, the media said I was saying, I'm going to take down all these executives and I'm going to take down the whole industry and I'm going to da-da-da-da-da. That was all a bunch of BS. I never said any of that. All I said is I want justice, and I hope that I can be of service by keeping my best friend's word and the promise I made to him to get
Corey
the truth
Haim.
out.
Yeah.
To get the truth out. And that was it. And I did it, and it's done. So I had to move on. And it took me hard minute to move on, because things were saucy for a while, and it was like there was a full-on blackout. People wouldn't even let me on the air. Like it was like I was shut down hard for about a year and a half. Okay, and then just all of a sudden things started to thaw, and all of a sudden now it's like a rebirth, because some big things are happening. Some big things. So first of all, I got to reconnect with my ex-girlfriend for the first time in 30 years. We did Drew's show, and it'll be on tomorrow.
Okay, congratulations.
Which was, and that was so beautiful.
Yeah.
It was so beautiful. Like the love between the two of us and the honesty, it was beautiful. So, there's that. And that's really nice to see. And then, what Jordan's doing for me is such an honor. It's really such an honor. He's such an incredibly talented man, and he's at the top of his game. Yeah. At the top of his game. And for him to be saying these things, it's like, God bless you, brother. You know what? Thank you so much. He's recognizing my art. He's recognizing my talent. But here's the thing. So I invited him over to my house, and I showed him my film, The Birthday. Yes. And this was Courtney's idea, by the way. So she gets all the credit for this one.
Courtney.
So what happened with Jordan? Okay, so Jordan invited me to Nope. to the premiere. And
which is amazing.
Yeah,
all
brilliant.
of Jordan's films are amazing.
Right, yeah. But this was on a deeper level because now I was like, okay, I'm looking, right? Because before he comes out and he does interviews, he's like, I put little Easter eggs of Corey Feldman in all my movies. And I'm like, what are you talking about, man? So then I had to go, now I'm going to pay attention, you know? So I'm looking, like, where's the Easter eggs? And then after the film, we love the film. And we were going to go home, and the producer, Ian, comes up to me and says, hi, I'm Ian, you know, thank you for coming. Because I didn't even know we were invited by Jordan. I didn't understand. I thought it was just the publicist trying to get us some promotion and get us out. And I've been on the back burner for a year and a half, so I'm like, hey, you know, they're inviting me somewhere. We should go. It's probably a good look.
Got to get my shit in the cleaners. My suit out. Get the dust off the jacket.
I've been literally living on an island during a lockdown for 10 months.
Yeah.
So I was like on the other planet. But I was like, all right, well, time to go back and see what happens. And we went unexpecting anything, really, just going to watch a movie. And then he says, you got to come to the after party. You got to come to the after party. Jordan wants to see you. I was like, okay, yeah, we'll come. So we come to the after party, and I see Jordan. I peep him over there, looking all good in his suit, styling in his purple. And I was like, I don't want to bother him. You know, we shouldn't bother him. And then Ian comes up again. He says, hey, remember, how'd you like the film? I said, oh, I loved it. He goes, yeah, you should go meet Jordan. Go meet him. I was like, are you sure? I don't want to bother you. He said, no, please. I said, all right. So I go over, and Jordan's sitting there with his mask on. And I got my mask on because it was still like kind of very COVID-y time still, you know, right at the beginning of the opening. And he's like, hey, great to meet you. Oh, wow. You know, he stops who he's talking to. He's like, sorry. And he gives me a big hug. And he's like, oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm like, so glad to see you, man. He's like, yeah. He goes, can we take a picture? And I'm like, dude, it's your night. Of course, you know, anything you want, man. You know, it's about you. So he's like, okay. So he takes his mask off, and I take my mask off. And we pose, and he, like, leans over and whispers, and he's like, grab my phone out of my pocket and put your number in. And I'm like, okay. I do that. He's still smiling, like, hey, okay, this is a little odd. But all right. And then he like whispers again. He's like, now text me. But like text you, you know, to me. And I'm like, right, okay, all right. So I send me a text. I'm like, hey, this is Jordan. Not really, but yeah, this is Jordan. You know, how you doing? And so then and that was that. And we took a picture. We left. And then afterwards, he texts me back, and I was like shocked. I'm like, wow, okay, that's cool, you know, because you know how Hollywood people can be. Yeah, you know, they act like they want to be your friends and they want to talk to you, and they give you a number or whatever, and then they don't respond. Yeah. And then you're like, what the hell? So
well,
anyway,
aren't you like the king of Hollywood though? Like you?
No, but I don't do that. I'm very real. If I tell somebody I'm going to text them, just look at. I get it from the king, the real king.
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because when I met him. And I said, hey, if I give you my number, will you call me? He said, yes. I said, do you promise? He said, yes. And he kept that word. And that was my example that when you get to the top, you got to remain humble and you got to do what you say you're going to do. So that was it. So anyway, so he did that. so Jordan responded, and we started chatting, and it was like instant kismet. We knew we were brothers right away, and it was just this love, compassion, like understanding of each other, and respect for each other's work, mutual respect. But he says to me, I consider you my muse. And I said, what? Muse? What do you mean, man? He's like, no, really. He's like, you are my muse. I've used you in several films, you know, as an inspiration, and I feel that I owe you a debt. And so we're going to make it right one day. I don't know what that project's going to be, but we got to find something. We'll do something, you know. And I said, okay. And that's when Courtney said, you got to show him the birthday.
Yeah,
because this is your finest work. And it is. It's my proudest achievement as an actor. I'm very proud of my music work. I'm very proud of my social work. I'm very proud of like my activism, but as an actor
and as an adult actor, because a lot of people
not
know
as a kid actor, not as a teen actor, but this is like one of my
people need to see this side of it. It's so
mature
important.
Roles, and it's a complete departure. It's something completely removed from anything I've ever done before.
Okay,
and it's very intense because it's in real time. So the two interesting things about this movie is that, number one, it's in real time. So from the moment it starts to the moment it ends, you never cut away from the action. And number two, I'm in every single shot of the film. So not every single scene, but every single shot.
Yeah.
So from the moment it opens, there's either a piece of my leg or a piece of my hand or my face or my head or whatever, but, you know, it can't go on to something else or come back from something else without landing on me. So that means you got to be there from the beginning of every day to the end of every day.
Yeah.
Right? It's a lot of work. But brilliant composition. Like, the director is a genius.
Yeah, who worked on this with you?
His name is Eugenio Mira. He's flying in from Spain for this occasion, actually. And he's actually nominated right now for a Critics' Choice Award for his show for Best Foreign Film. For Best Foreign Series on HBO. It's called Garcia.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Critics' Choice Association. I am a member.
Oh, cool.
That's why he got nominated for the DB right there.
That's right. There you go. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Eugenio appreciate you even more.
We just want to reiterate that the birthday does premiere tomorrow, January 13th, Friday the 13th. Hello.
That's right. And they
The
show
next
on Friday the 13th, but they didn't show it on Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Look what he got, though.
Oh, look at your
tiny
little
Jason
baby
mask.
hockey man.
It's like a little kitty Jason.
Yeah, you got
know
a little
what I mean?
baby Jason
Yeah,
in your pocket.
little
That's
baby
so
Voorhees,
cute.
You know what I mean?
Make sure he doesn't cut your,
Circulation.
Yeah. Jason has some creative
ladies
murders.
won't like that very much, you know.
I wanted to ask because you were talking about
what happened, brother?
You were talking about the importance.
Sorry, got a little Jason in my pocket. I swear.
Little Jason
He cut
bit
it
it
off.
off.
Really, it used to be really long, but now I gotta.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
Well, you didn't want to talk about the tattoo on the leg, but you go there. All right, go ahead,
Well,
DB.
we were talking about his keys, right? I was talking about his keychain. You know,
Okay, all right.
Hey, gosh, where's your mind at?
You were talking about the importance of doing adult actor work. You know what I mean? And then the departure.
No,
of,
not that kind of adult actor.
No. But I walked into that
Down
one.
the rabbit
But just the
hole.
importance of like separating, you know, the Goonies and the Lost Boys and License to
Yes,
Drive and Stand By Me
yes.
and like have something new like this is me now.
Yeah.
And is that why you're so happy for Key? Because this guy literally didn't work at all and had given up his dream and thought, well, I guess that was it. Two
You know what
movies
he
and
was
done.
No, you know what he was doing? Well, he did a lot more than that. People don't realize. He did a TV series, actually, after Goonies for about 2 years. But he went off and directed stunts. He was a stunt coordinator and stunt director for all the Jet Li movies and stuff. So he was doing some amazing, amazing stuff in China. And he actually worked with Donner. And I think it was... either the X-Men, I think it was a couple of the X-Men movies with all the sophisticated fights and stunts and all that stuff, because Donner was the executive producer of the original X-Men series. And so Key was working in the background as a director doing all the background stuff. But what a waste. I mean, yes, of course he's brilliant, which we get to see in that movie, by the way, because he pulls out his kung fu and he does all his
Everything, everywhere,
you know.
all at once is like
Right.
It's a masterpiece.
Great.
Nothing
We
I've
were
ever
talking
seen
about it.
before.
We've seen the movie. It's amazing, and the fact
Amazing.
that Chunk is Data's manager,
Lawyer.
Lawyer. Excuse
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
is
yeah.
his entertainment lawyer.
But here's the it's true. But here's the thing, and we're all friends. But here's the thing. So what Key achieved with that is what The Birthday is for me.
Okay.
So this is the movie that I feel would have gotten all those awards, would have gotten all the praise, if not for the industry not wanting me to get back on top. So there was a period of time where it was like, look, we're not going to let him come up. We're not going to let him come up. We got to keep him down.
Yeah.
And that's just how it was. So they would not let this movie out. It's never been seen in the United States. There's been little private screenings and stuff, but there's never been a public screening. There's never been a U.S. premiere. It was released in Spain. It was released in Germany. It was in theaters there. It got awards. I won the Best Actor award in Luxembourg. We won Best Art Direction, Best Script, Screenplay in Spain at the Sitges Festival. So there's all these places where it was playing and getting all this praise, but then in America, crickets. And so the director, being a fan of all these brilliant American directors, sends copies of it to Guillermo del Toro, to Spielberg, to Oliver Stone, to Quentin Tarantino, and all of these guys saw this and either called me, like Guillermo del Toro called me and said, "Man, you're brilliant in this thing. This thing is amazing." So that's why Courtney said, "You got to play this for Jordan." So I said, "Jordan, I want to arrange a screening. Would you like to come to my home?" And he came over, and when he watched the movie, his first words out of his mouth were, "Dude, wow, what the hell was that?" And I was like, right? And he's like, "It's a cinematic masterpiece. Those were his words, quote, cinematic masterpiece. Everybody needs to see this performance. They got to see this because now I see you in a whole new way. Like, yes, I wanted to do something with you, but now, like, the windows of opportunity, the possibilities, you know, where it can go, whole different story. So she was right. That was because of Courtney, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know that was going to turn into all this. You know, I figured, like, hey, maybe one day now he'll think of me for a certain role that he might not have thought of me for. But now he's like, oh, no. We're going to get it to the world. Like, I'm going to help you present this film the way it should have been seen on the big screen in New York.
Tomorrow.
At the Lincoln Center.
Yeah. Friday the 13th.
Two screenings. My lucky day.
There you go, man. But you also, your symbolism for resilience. You know, a lot of times when the machine, you know, we say the industry, you're not pointing at one individual.
Right.
It's a wave.
Right.
Goes against you and it's heavy on your back, you don't recover. How many people have had similar experiences?
It's over. Game over.
Game over.
Yeah.
But game is on for you. You know. So
I'm blessed.
There's a lot of folks who still have those type of that kind of weight on their shoulders. That backlash.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You never give up. Okay. It's all about manifestation, and you know this.
Yes.
Because you're the top of your game.
Thank you, sir.
So you know, but it's hard to express it sometimes and share it with other people. How do we give them the gift? How do we show them, right? And it's all about believing in yourself, believing in your dreams, being the best version of you that you can be, loving yourself. It's got to start there. All healing starts with loving yourself and being completely honest at all times. There's nothing I wouldn't tell my son. There's nothing I wouldn't tell my wife. I would not keep a secret from anybody in my family, you know, because you got to be honest with yourself. You got to be honest with the people around you. Otherwise, what's the point of it all?
Yeah.
You
and
know,
that's
you're
something
just
I've
running
always
game.
respected
And if you're
about
running
him.
game,
He's
then you
always
ain't
been
getting
honest.
nowhere.
Yeah. You only run the game on yourself. How is Zen? How's yourself?
Oh, he's amazing.
Yeah.
He just turned 18.
Oh, damn, he's 18?
He's fighting.
I know.
Yeah, he's
Young man.
doing amateur fights. He's trying to get into MMA.
Okay.
Thinking about it anyway. He hasn't made the ultimate decision because he's also got talent as a musician. Not playing, but he's got production eyes and ears, and he's you know, he sees it. So actually, oh man, I want to play. I'm not gonna play it on the air, but I want to play you a track.
Play me a track.
He helped me produce it, and it's a hip hop track. It's actually a tribute to Dre and M.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you in the right spot for that.
No, I want to play it for you off the record.
Okay, we'll do that.
And then we'll talk about whether it's fit to ever be played. But the reason why is because it goes into a lot of dark topics that I'm staying away from now.
Okay, I understand that.
You
that
know,
vibration.
doing with all the stuff that was going on before.
Yeah.
Leading up to the movie and after the movie and all that, right?
I understand.
So you'll understand it. You'll get it. But whether it's ready for an audience yet or not, I don't know.
That's fine, man. Corey Feldman, man, I appreciate you, brother. I love you.
Bless you.
Love every time you come here.
Thank you.
I respect you. And I'm inspired by you, Courtney Ann. Thank you. How do I can I buy celery juice? What I gotta do?
You guys gotta check out the books.
No, but you can at Whole
Cleanse
Foods.
to Heal,
Okay.
Celery Juice, they're all on Amazon and they're really affordable. There's Celery Juice, the most powerful medicine of our time. That's on Amazon for $11. Cleanse to Heal, that helped me.
And these
heal
aren't
my-
her books, by the way.
No,
These
they're
are
not my
her
books. But
These are
I
just-
use them
she
in
reads
alignment
them.
with my health coach business.
Okay.
And they work. I mean, I healed my
And how do
hives.
you get Courtney Feldman to be your health coach? Well, then you go online and you find her on her Instagram and send her a DM because she leaves her DMs open.
Okay.
And you say, hey, I need your help. And
Okay.
she'll break it down for you and tell you what she can do and what she can't do.
What's next for Corey Feldman?
Oh, me? Well, I'm gonna be presenting that film tomorrow night at the Lincoln Center. I'm gonna be doing a Q&A afterwards.
Okay.
And of course, a reunion with my great director, Eugenio, and of course, the episode of Drew tomorrow. So it's going to be a big day tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big celebration. After that's done, we're planning my first world tour.
Yeah.
So the box set came out, Love Left 2.1.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard Comeback King?
Yeah, I heard. I saw you post. I follow you, so I watch anything you
Comeback
post.
King, man. It's
We're going to end the
fire.
show with Comeback King.
Every time I go, I mean, literally every show we do, the audience in there the whole time screaming, "Come back, King! Come back, King!" I'm like, we didn't even release it as a single.
Yeah.
You know, we just put out a video, and it just went viral, and it was. I mean, it's a weird
I saw the
thing,
video,
but,
man. I follow you, brother.
Yeah, Curtis Young, man. You know who that is, right?
Yeah, I know Curtis
he's
Young.
the man.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
Man, Corey Feldman. Hey, so congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Courtney, great to see you.
Yeah, great to see you too.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Every time you guys compliment each other so well. DB, make sure people to catch the film
tomorrow at the Lincoln Center.
Okay.
There's 2 showings. Is it sold out or is it anybody?
We don't know. I have no idea.
Well,
but
good luck and
try and get those
it's at the
tickets
Lincoln
while
Center.
you can. Get them while you can.
All right.
Or if you can't, then sorry, but hey, at least you can wait outside and find out how it works.